will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1 minute time check, stations.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield. This is Hawkeye Women's Basketball, brought to you by Bud Light. It's for the fans. Hy-Vee, the official grocer partner of Iowa Hawkeyes basketball. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. The Iowa Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, who reminds you to click it or ticket, day or night. University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. U.S. Bank, life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank, member FDIC. Iowa Lottery, win a warehouse dash or up to $100,000 in cash with the Iowa Lottery. And by Authentic Brand. Look authentic, feel authentic, be authentic. Get your game day gear online at authentic-brand.com. Now to courtside. Here's Rob Brooks and
for the Iowa Hawkeyes as Lisa Bluter's team 4-1 on the season. Welcome the Spartans of Michigan State. And welcome the Spartans of Michigan State. And welcome courtside. I'm Rob Brooks along with Jamie Kaby Lang, who will be along with her keys to a Hawkeye victory. And that's exactly what Iowa needs. Coming off a very disappointing loss last Thursday night at Duke, losing 79-64, though did have opportunity to it, but Duke led for over 33 minutes of that contest and won the Big Ten ACC Challenge in Durham. But the Big Ten ACC Challenge in Durham. But Iowa's now had 4 practices leading up to Michigan State, had 2 leading into the Duke game after a 2-week layoff with a COVID pause. So it's a big game and a little bit strange the way the Big Ten season is the last couple of years, because Iowa will go right back into non-conference play before resuming Big Ten competition after at that point in time than 0-1. And of course Lisa Bluter going after victory number 800 today. As she has won almost 68% of her games in her outstanding career. We'll be back and get the pregame comments from Coach Bluter. And, of course, Jamie's keys to the game, starting lineups all leading up to a 3 o'clock tip-off. Iowa and Michigan State, the Big Ten Open.
Strangers, we know them. We know them by their equipment covered in dust. We know them by their work ethic, where days off don't exist. We know them by the way they wave passing strangers. Days off don't exist. We know them by the way they wave passing strangers alike on a 2-lane road. We know them in the midst of our kitchen as we prepare another family meal. In Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. The Iowa corn farmers are proud to be on the sidelines for the Iowa Hawkeyes.
The next time you visit Eastern Iowa, check out the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, Bachmeyer Carpet One, Floor and Home, Klosterman Construction, and the Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, named Iowa Tourism's 2021 Hotel of the Year and awarded the AAA 4-Diamond Award for lodging. To make reservations, visit thehotelatkirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111 for more information.
You know when your internet works, your life works. Living with unreliable internet or slow speeds is a hassle you can't afford. Hawk fans, don't settle for subpar service. Get extreme internet and transform 50 meg up to an incredible 1 gig, intelligent whole home Wi-Fi, and unbeatable reliability. You want great internet at a great price? Give us a call at 844-4FASTER and talk internet at a great price? Give us a call at 844-4FASTER and talk to the Extreme Internet Pros today. Speeds may vary and a monthly data usage allowance applies.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
Welcome back inside Carver Hawkeye Arena as we count down to tip off the Big Ten opener, Iowa and Michigan State. Here with Coach Lisa Bluter on the Hy-Vee Shoot-Around, brought to you, of course, by Hy-Vee, proud sponsor of Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball. Save time and shop online with Hy-Vee Isles Online. Go to HyVeeIslesOnline.com. Coach, Michigan State 6-3, played Notre Dame very tough, 76-71. Big Ten opener, and this is a tough team, usually physical and good on the boards.
They really are. And the two really point guards that could be both in the starting lineup. But Nia Clouden is one of the best guards in the conference. She's averaging 22 points a game in the last 5 games. She's averaging 22 points a game in the last 5 games. She shoots the ball extremely well. She is so fast. She's explosive. She's a fun player to watch. And so she leads this team as a senior. But Eliza Winston, good shooter. They have a Swedish national player that is starting at the 3 position, number 11, very good, shooting nearly 50% from 3-point range. So their guards are very good. And then D.D. Hagman coming off the bench as a point guard, freshman year, doing a very good job.
And a couple of players that we know throughout the Big Ten that were in different uniforms before.
Yeah, we have a Purdue transfer starting at the 4 position and a Penn State transfer starting at the 5 position. So where would they be without the transfer portal for their inside positions? I'm not sure. But, I do think that we're better inside than they are, but their guard play is something that's special. And we have to be very, very good with our 3-point defense and our transition defense today.
More with Coach Bluter after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
The next time you visit Eastern Iowa, check out the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Bachmeyer Carpet One Floor and Home, Klosterman Construction, Almost Famous Popcorn, and Jill Armstrong Realty, the area's premier realtor. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. If you're in the market to buy or sell a home, contact the Jill Armstrong team for all your real estate needs. Call 319-631-5455.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now, hip. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer. IRC Beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Check out Bump's Restaurant, located on Melrose Avenue in Iowa City, inside the new Nagel Family Clubhouse at Finkbine Golf Course. We use fresh whole ingredients and scratch cooking in all of our dishes. Come enjoy a blackberry avocado salad, our famous pork tenderloin, or maybe our signature Kinnick burger with a side of our fresh hand-cut french fries. And don't forget to try our legendary Mary and handcrafted cocktails. Reservations are encouraged. Make yours today by calling 319-335-9662. Bump's Restaurant, legendary man, legendary food.
obviously playing outstanding basketball, and I'm sure you want to get her, as always, started early.
Yeah, I think it's really weird. Monica is such a good player, and she's almost a walking. It's really weird. Monica is such a good player, and she's almost a walking assist for whoever gets her the ball. So, sometimes we forget about her, and it really is surprising to me because she's so good. But Monica is shooting the ball extremely well, and I do think we want to get it inside against Michigan State, although in the past, they've been very, very physical with her and really, really shoving her and hacking her inside.
Yeah, on the perimeter, too, do they really get after it defensively?
They do. They're a very good player-to-player defensive team. They spent almost exclusively player-to-player defense. They will throw in some three-quarters press, but they'll go back into a player-to-player, and their guards can do a really good job, especially Nia Clouden getting after it.
And, of course, a veteran coach in Susie Merchant, and between her and you, over 1,300 victories between you, and that's a lot. It's hard to win, but both of you certainly done that.
Well, that's either that or we're very old,
Oh, no.
Or very lucky. I don't know. That's a lot. Susie does a great job. She's a coach that she's been in the league a long time, and she does a great job with her team. And, Dean Lockwood is an assistant coach for them. I think he also is a great basketball mind. So they're very well coached, yes.
Well, let's get this victory, and it's kind of strange having a Big Ten game in December and then back into the non-conference, but it sure looks good when you get into January or late December, 1-0.
Yeah, this is an important game for us. Not only do we only play Michigan State once this year, so if we get to that head-to-head tie against them, it's a very important game. If you want to be successful in the Big Ten, you have to own your home court. So this is a very, very important game to us. And after the Duke game, I just want to get us back into an offensive flow that we were missing against Duke. And, looking back on it, that was just a really tough situation for us. We had 17 days between the Georgia Southern game and the Duke game. We had 2 practices that we were all together, and that's just not acceptable when you're playing against really good competition. So now we've had 4 practices. Let's hope it pays off today.
Let's go get it done.
Let's do it.
Head coach Lisa Bluter here on the pregame show. We'll be back with more after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye Women's.
U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. But it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer. IRC Beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
The holiday season is here. Time for laughter and time for cheer. This year, enjoy spending time celebrating with family and friends. Just remember, buzz driving is drunk driving. If you're going to drink, plan another way home before the celebration begins and encourage your friends and family to do the same. Even one too many drinks increases the risk of a crash while driving. Be responsible and have a happy holidays. This message is brought to you by the Iowa Department of Public Safety, the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, and your local law enforcement.
And go.
I need to be quick, but here's how you can win the dash or win the cash. When you play Iowa Lottery scratch games, VIP club members can enter to win Warehouse Dash, an incredible all-expenses-paid trip for a 90-second all-you-can-grab shopping spree. Or you can win the cash, up to $100,000. Yes!
Are you ready to dash? Enter today and find rules and complete details at ialottery.com. Warehouse Dash is a registered trademark of Hinda Inc. Woohoo!
And before we get to starting lineups, before the Hawkeyes and the Spartans, here is today's national anthem.
All right.
Time for your keys, Jamie, after Katelyn Clark presented a nice plaque with her efforts at basketball team. And so hopefully that gets the crowd into this and gets the Hawks into it. That's a good start. Yep, great crowd here on a Sunday afternoon for the Big Hawks into it. That's a good start. Yep, great crowd here on a Sunday afternoon for the Big Ten opener.
All right. Well, for this Big Ten opener against Michigan State, Rob, I would have to say a big one is going to be Iowa getting their fast break going. Pushing the ball on the offensive end, that's how it just pushes them in every other aspect. If they can get those quick, easy points, you can see that everything just starts to click even when they get into the half-court set. I'd say the second one is just to know where Michigan State's guards are in the transition on the defensive end. They are their scorers. That is who is going to be looking to put up the points. So on the transition, you have to make, and then the final part, you know I love to say it, get the ball inside. And this one, again, is for a reason. I do think that is Michigan State's weakest point. And so Iowa, and I think Coach Bluder also mentioned that's where they're going to be able to attack them. And if Monica Sonato can even have half as good a game as she had against Duke, I think that it'll be a great night for her.
Bright spot against the Blue Devils, 21 at Duke last Thursday. We'll get to the starting lineups, but first let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye Women's Basketball. Michigan State Spartans, coached by Susie Chu this year. She has 503 total victories in her coaching career. Spartans at 6-3, coming off a loss to Notre Dame at 76-71. Spartans at 6-3, coming off a loss to Notre Dame at 76-71. Alicia Winston, a 5'7" junior from Muskegon, Michigan, will be joined in the starting lineup by Penn State transfer Alicia Smith out of Lansing, Michigan. She's a forward at 6'3". Matilda Ek was on the Swedish national team and is a good shooter, a freshman at 6 foot. Moria Joyner, kind of a surprise starter, averaging 7.4 and 4.4 rebounds per contest. Nia Clouden, one of the best players in the Big Ten, a 5'8" senior out of Owings Mills, Maryland, and she is 5th in the league in scoring so far this year at 19.6, but is approaching 1,500 points in her career. For the Hawkeyes, 1,500 points in her career. For the Hawkeyes, regular starting five, Katelyn Clark, a 6-foot sophomore, averaging 21.5. Kate Martin, 5.8 points per game, 2.8 boards per contest, a redshirt junior out of Edwardsville, Illinois. And in the middle, Monica Sonato, 16'5" and 5'3", a senior out of Watertown, Minnesota. Abby Marshall, a 5'9" junior, averaging 7.3 and shooting almost 40% from three-point range. And McKenna Warnock, the junior from Madison, Wisconsin, averaging 13 and 7 boards. Hawks at 4-1, Michigan State at 6-3. Lisa Bluder going after victory number 800 in her career. Iowa leads the series 40-30. And as Coach Bluder mentioned, when you get into seeding for the Big Ten tournament, this is the only meeting between the Hawkeyes and the Spartans this year. So if there is a tie in the standings, if you're looking for a better seed, the winner of this game would get that.
And I think that this is a team that is going to be someone that Iowa could possibly be battling with. Yeah, their 6-3 record, don't let that fool you. Michigan State's a great team. And this win would be an important start to the Big Ten season for many, many reasons. And one of those being this is their only time they see them prior to possibly in the Big Ten tournament.
They battled some injuries early on, lost at Fordham. 71-68, and it's St. Francis 66-63. Then won a couple of games at Oakland and against Marshall before falling to Notre Dame in East Lansing 76-71 in the Big Ten ACC shootout. Hawkeyes in the gold uniforms. The script Iowa in black across the front with the black numbers. Michigan State in the Spartan green. White numerals and numbers. Sonato in the middle, getting set for the jump ball, which will be thrown by Felicia Grinter. She is the referee. Maggie Timon and Bruce Morris, the officiating crew. The ball is in the air. The tap won by Smith. And Michigan State goes after it and goes out of bounds right in front of the Spartan bench. Iowa basketball.
Don't see that happen very often. Just some tip taps and it went out of bounds.
Hawks with it. Sonato comes out high, top of the key, looks for a lob pass inside, and the ball thrown a little bit behind McKenna Warnock down on the right block and out of bounds. And the Hawks one possession, one turnover. Clouden racing down the right side of the lane, and the layup is good off the right side. She's got a really quick first step and is aggressive, loves to push the basketball. And Michigan State strikes
so
first.
Fast. She is extremely fast.
She's had a terrific four-year career. Sonato down on the right block, turns toward the baseline and lays it up and in.
Just that easy two-person game, looking right inside.
Boy, if it's that easy all day, she might have 40. We're tied at 2. Michigan State with the basketball just underway. Carver Hawkeye Arena, the Big Ten opener. Smith, baseline jumper, back of the bracket, no good. And Clark away with the rebound. The iron rebound, Sonato reverses it back out to Clark for 3, a little bit long. And Michigan State battles for the rebound. Showed some good toughness. And Michigan State battles for the rebound. Showed some good toughness, and the ball knocked out of bounds by Kate Martin. Will stay with Michigan State. Remember, Iowa had all sorts of problems at Duke. Shooting three-pointers, 3 out of 19.
But the good news was Monica Sonato was set up for the long rebound on that one. So definitely had some things I'm sure they talked about because they want to increase their abilities if they do have those off threes.
Here's Clouden in the paint, mid-range jumper good. Clouden with 4. And Michigan State up 2. Lob pass to Sonato by Clark, and was about 6 feet away from her. Michigan State picked it off, but there's a Gabby Marshall steal. Marshall had 4 steals at Duke. And inside, wide open, Kate Martin, her first bucket.
It was from a lead pass from Clark up at the top of the key, and Martin really had to make sure she had her feet under her, but great job getting it and then still putting it up and finishing.
You know, and Kate played very well at Duke, I thought, with 12 points and 7 rebounds. Eck gives it off to Smith, 17-foot jumper, and splashes it home. Alicia Smith, transfer from Penn State, with her first basket, and the Hawks turn it over in the paint. Michigan State on top, 6-4 in transition, and then slows the pace. Here's Winston, gets into the paint. Shot blocked by Katelyn Clark. Clark digs it up, racing toward the basket, down the left side of the lane. First shot is no good. Putback is up and in, and she is fouled.
And Clark didn't start off hitting those threes like everybody would to get that going once again.
Winston picks up her first, team's first. Winston picks up her first, team's first. Clark rattles home the free throw. Katelyn Clark with 3. Hawks up 1, 7-6. 7:15 left to go, first quarter. Here's side, shot is up and no good by Parks into the game. And a whistle on Michigan State. And a whistle on Michigan State. Dee Hageman also into the game, her first foul. Really good point guard. Comes in off the bench, and if you heard the pregame comments from Coach Booter, could easily play starters minutes. Here's Clark. Warnock right at the top of the key. Back to Katelyn Clark. Right-handed dribble, crossover, gets a screen, fires into Sedano. She goes up and shuffled her feet. Caught that outside of the semicircle. Yeah. I wasn't sure, and called for traveling.
Just a teeny travel, I call it.
Well, we saw that called quite a few times in Durham last. Well, we saw that called quite a few times in Durham last Thursday. Spartans with it. Hawks up one. Clouden pulls up top of the key. Rimming no. And Michigan State battling for the rebound. Smith goes up. Can't finish in the paint. And Monica Sonato might have taken an elbow in the face, but she's still down there trying to get position. Gabby Marshall for three, right wing. Rebound taken down by Clouden. 7-6 Hawkeyes. Spartans with a basketball. Hageman, baseline drive, bank shot, good.
And that's the transition defense right there. They did actually get out on the guard, but then there was no one for help side in the middle.
Took it on the right baseline and got into the paint and went up strong. 8-7 Michigan State. Taiwo just into the game. Dribbles between her legs, in between the circles. Here's Marshall, right side, bounce past Katelyn Clark. 7 to shoot. Clark in between the circles, goes right side, all the way to the bucket, off glass, and finishes. Contact, but no call.
Great take.
And that was with about 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Clark with 5, Hawks by 1. Heck gets it into the corner, Joyner. Hageman, couple of dribbles, pulls from 17, and she's fouled in the act of shooting. Katelyn Clark tried to block the shot, but caught the wrist of Dee Hageman. O'Grady in. O'Grady and Warnock, the inside of the lane. Free throw good by Dee.
They're going to call that, right? I think the lady was also the ref was like, you're going to just do that? I'm 2 feet from you.
Sometimes they miss it.
That's true.
Timeout on the floor. 4:53 left to go in the first. Michigan State 9, Iowa, or make that Michigan State 10, Iowa 9. Spartans by a point. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
There's a sense of pride that comes from the life of a farmer. How many people can say they have a famous tan named after them, or be known for their wave when they drive past neighbors and strangers alike on a 2-lane road? Whether it's a farmer's tan or the farmer's wave, we are proud to be known for a lot of things. We feel that pride every night at the dinner table, knowing we feed our family and yours. Iowa Corn is proud to be on the sidelines cheering on the Iowa Hawkeyes. In Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is corn grows Iowa.
The holiday season is here. Time for laughter and time for cheer. This year, enjoy spending time celebrating with family and friends. Just remember, buzz driving is drunk driving. If you're going to drink, plan another way home before the celebration begins and encourage your friends and family to do the same. Even one too many drinks increases the risk of a crash while driving. Be responsible and have a happy holidays. This message is brought to you by the Iowa Department of Public Safety, the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, and your local law enforcement.
Oh, you know that old injury of yours? The one in your knee or maybe back? Instead of going to the doctor and then doing physical therapy, why not start with therapy first? Athletico Physical Therapy is changing the whole healing process around. Their physical therapists will find the source of your pain and help fix it. Start with them and start living pain-free. Just like that.
It all starts with Athletico Physical Therapy. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com. No prescription needed. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Welcome back inside Carver Hawkeye Arena, courtside. Rob Brooks, Jamie Katie Lang, 4:53 left to go first quarter. Michigan State 10, Iowa 9. And appreciate everybody tuning in this afternoon, whether it be on the Hawkeye Radio Network, the Varsity app, or YouTube/Hawkeye Radio Network. We had thousands of listeners on Thursday night at Duke, and appreciate everybody tuning in for what should be a really exciting season, and especially when we get into Big Ten play. And here we are with the Big Ten opener. Clark for three, right wing, splashes it home, and that's got to make her feel good. Let's see if you get that lid off the hoop.
You can see a lot of energy came after that when she hit that.
Just needed one to go in. Clark with 8 early on, and a jump ball is called. Clark got in there with Tyre Parks. Alternating possession goes to Michigan State. Here's Clouden driving baseline, kicks it back out for Farquhar, and her 16-foot jump shot is no good. Tamara Farquhar, transfer from Purdue, averaging 5.2 points, 5.3 rebounds. And there is Clark with a jumper from the top of the key, a long two, and Katelyn Clark with 10. That's the Katelyn Clark we know.
That is. Not the one we saw at Duke necessarily, but this is definitely the one we've seen all those other games this year.
And traveling will be called on Farquhar in the paint. But you know, Katelyn Clark didn't shoot the ball well at Duke. Ended up with 22 points, 9 of 27 from the floor. But still, we were on triple-double watch. She had 9 rebounds and 8 assists.
Yeah.
Almost
she didn't
back-to-back
stop playing. Like,
triple-doubles.
It was a bad shooting game for her. It was, but it wasn't that she wasn't still contributing or fighting or trying to win the game, despite that.
Hawks up 4 with the basketball. Here's Clark. And it batted away by Farquhar. Good defensive player. Clark, a deep three-pointer. Just grazed the front of the rim. Hageman down with the rebound. Stop-and-go move, Winston. Hageman spins in the paint, kicks it left side. Hawks doing a good job defensively. Kylie Feuerbach into the game. Here's Clouden trying to create from the top of the key. Right side jumper, Farquhar, no good.
Great defensive set.
Really good intensity. Hawks with the rebound in the front court. Here's Warnock, left wing. Inside to Sonano. She spins on 2 Michigan State defenders and scores.
That was the right decision. Put it up. Put it up. She has high percentage shots, whether it's against 1 or 2 people.
And good patience.
Oh, yeah.
Hawks by 6. Jumper, Clouden, left wing. Short off the left side of the iron, and a foul will be called away from the ball. Sonano, her first. It'll be team second. Ball possession for Michigan State. Along the baseline. Hageman looks, gets it out high. And Smith with the jumper knocks it down from 19. That's too easy. She's got good range from 16, 17 feet. Feuerbach along the baseline, and she runs into 2 green jerseys. And that'll be a tie-up situation, and we'll stay with Iowa. 16-12 in favor of Iowa. 2:24 left to go first quarter. Warnock comes out. Logan Cook in. Hawks in a box set on the out-of-bounds play. Clark hunting for somebody to throw to. Gets it to Kate Martin in between the circles. Kate angles right side. Eck comes out on her. Drives baseline. Turnaround jumper is good.
And the body control right there is what resorted it to her being able to have that nice open shot. Came to a jump stop. Defense kept going.
Eck drives baseline, runs into 2 gold jerseys, and it's stolen away by Kate Martin. Flips it to Logan Cook, and she's called for a charge on the right block.
I just called a travel, luckily. Actually.
Okay, good. Traveling.
It's better.
Could have been a charge.
Yeah, still a turnover, but the better of the two turnovers.
Marshall for Feuerbach. 18-12, 1:57 left to go, first quarter. Here in Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is corn grows Iowa. Corn is a multi-purpose crop which benefits the entire state. It feeds our livestock, nourishes our families, and provides clean burning fuel for our planet. Thank you to Iowa's corn farmers. Winston gets it to Hageman. She dribbles to about the free throw line, hands it off to Joyner, almost a steal. Michigan State gets it back, and 3 seconds will be called on the Spartans.
And that was just a player who kind of got stuck in the lane, and I don't think realized that they were in there.
18-12 in favor of the Hawks with the basketball. Here's Clark in between the circles. Hageman comes out on her and finds somehow Monica Sonano wide open under the basket. Sonano with 6.
Wow. Nice.
You got to be ready at all times.
I don't know how that ball got
Katelyn Clark.
to Sonano.
Hageman along the baseline, goes up strong, can't finish. Sonano to Clark, bounce pass to nobody. Not sure what Katelyn saw that time.
I think she thought Logan Cook was turning it on, but she was kind of surrounded by Michigan State players. It's kind of hard to turn it on.
Clouden, Eck uses a screen, pulls up from 15 and knocked it down. Nice shot off the dribble. Matilda Eck, averaging 11, her first basket. She had 17 against Notre Dame, matched her career high with 4 3-pointers, so she's got exceptional range. 2014 Hawkeyes with the ball. Taiwo angles left side, now to Clark. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Sonano comes out for a screen. Clark turns the corner to the right side, dribbles between her legs for 3, in and out. Halfway down. Michigan State with 11 seconds and a foul in transition.
Yes.
Clark second.
Can hear the coaches. Yep, not a lot of contact. Was there a little though? Yeah, there was, but.
Yeah, that's Clark's second.
Yep.
7 seconds. Clouden gets away from 2 players, gets it to Joyner in the corner. Shot no good off the front of the iron, and that'll do it for the first quarter.
But great defense right there by Iowa, going for a trap and then adjusting on the pass to make sure they were still covering the players that were left open. So good defense to end the quarter.
But the bad news, Katelyn Clark with 2 personal fouls after she had 10 points in the first quarter.
Yep, not exactly what you want to see happen at the very end of the quarter.
Nope, we'll see how much she plays here in quarter number 2. But the good news, Iowa up by 6, 20-14. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
At MidAmerican Energy, we harvest the wind to provide you with clean, affordable energy. But did you know our commitment to wind energy also creates jobs and generates millions in local revenue? That's money your community can use to fix roads, support first responders, and improve schools. MidAmerican Energy's commitment to renewable energy delivers positive results for our state, and it's one more way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer, IRC Beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
Check out Bump's Restaurant, located on Melrose Avenue in Iowa City, inside the new Nagel Family Clubhouse at Finkbine Golf Course. We use fresh whole ingredients and scratch cooking in all of our dishes. Come enjoy a blackberry avocado salad, our famous pork tenderloin, or maybe our signature Kinnick burger with a side of our fresh hand-cut french fries. And don't forget to try our legendary Mary and handcrafted cocktails. Reservations are encouraged. Make yours today by calling 319-335-9662. Bump's Restaurant, legendary man, legendary food.
And we will be at Bumps on Thursday night this week for Hawk Talk with Lisa Bluter. We have another busy week of Hawkeye basketball. Of course, the Big Ten opener today, and then a trip to Ames, Iowa State and Iowa on Wednesday night. That is a 6 o'clock tip. We'll be on the air at 5:45. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, locally owned and operated, has been voted best of the area for the 9th consecutive year. Proudly supports Iowa women's basketball. Visit Dodge Street Tire for all of your automotive needs, including the best deals on Goodyear and Toyo tires. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, celebrating 29 good years on the corner of Dodge and Church Streets. 2014, opening seconds, quarter number 2, Michigan State basketball. Katelyn Clark on the bench with 2 fouls right now. Winston gives it back to Smith. 17-foot jumper, left side, no good. Martin the rebound. Taiwo, free throw line extended right. Back to Martin, swings it to Warnock. Around the outer arc. McKenna tries to make a move and then bounces it back outside. Here's Martin. Lob pass, Sonato catches it deep. One bounce, up strong, got it.
I mean, that was a creation right there. There wasn't much she could do, but that nice dribble, she pulled herself out away from the basket just enough, and good quick turn. And
gathered and went up strong. As Coach Bluter said in the pregame show, feels Iowa has the advantage inside. 22-14 Hawkeyes. Here's Smith. Now to Eck, drives baseline, shot short, foul on Kate Martin.
Fouls on the Hawks, number 20, Kate Martin, her first. You can tell that Iowa's defense, though, is doing a pretty good job right now because you're not seeing a lot of clouding. The game plan is going forward the way that they want it to do, so that's where Iowa has to realize, though, you can't let something go lax in the second quarter. Things are going right. Keep implementing the plan. Keep switching on what you're switching and showing on what you're showing.
1 out of 2 from the free throw line for Eck. Need to recycle old working refrigerators and deep freezers? Visit midamericanenergy.com for details, plus energy-saving tips. Warnock for 3. Knocked that one down from the left wing.
Let's get her the ball again.
Clouden thrashing around in the paint and backed into Gabby Marshall, who took the charge. An offensive foul called on Nia Clouden, her first.
Got to give all the credit there to Marshall, though, on that. She did a good job with body control, so she was allowing and moving and trying to anticipate where Clouden was going to go so she could take that charge.
And held her ground nicely. Marshall with the ball in between the circles. Feeds right side, Warnock puts it on the floor and then kicks it back out to Taiwo. 25-15 in favor of Iowa. And a blocking foul on Michigan State's Joyner.
Michigan State's not giving much room to the Hawkeyes on the offensive end. So Iowa has to really fight to do their cuts to get some space when they're moving. So there's a lot of physicalness going on. Physicality? I don't know if that's the right word. Both words are right.
Physical play, right?
Physical play.
Inside, Sonato misfired on the short-range shot. It's a little bit short off the window.
That was the travel.
Yeah, Winston in transition. Her 3 didn't go. Skipped off the right side of the iron. Out of bounds, but yes, she did. She took a big step before getting that shot in rhythm.
But it's a hard one. I mean, it depends on where you're watching because it was a quick travel.
Hawks by 10. Martin, Warnock, Lob pass inside. Sedano misses the first one, gets her own rebound, dribbles underneath the basket and out of bounds. As Hageman comes back in for Michigan State, but Iowa will have the ball along the baseline just right of the basket. Martin. Lob pass to McKenna Warnock. 6 to shoot. Here's Kate Martin. Fakes right, drives left, pulls up 17, straight away no. Clouden with the rebound. Hageman along the baseline and is pushed by Kate Martin. That's 2 on her. Hageman, she likes to attack and does a really good job getting to that baseline.
They're going to let Clark in.
So Clark has 2, Martin has 2.
You know, the older I get, the more, you know, with kids, now I realize why.
Clouden baseline shot is no good, high off the glass. And now Sedano will pick up her second. It's only 3 players for Iowa has committed a foul, but it's Martin, Sedano, and Clark all with 3.
Yeah.
And O'Grady comes in. You said you're getting old?
Well, I was thinking sometimes, and I realize we're watching.
That's kind of concerning.
I feel like I'm getting old. No, like I'm a parent now, and whenever the players are going in with 2 fouls, I'm like, oh gosh, this is so scary. You know that you're putting them in dangerous, you know, and then I just feel like all my parent emotions start going up higher and higher, and I'm like, that must be how the coaches felt every time. I mean, I got in foul trouble a lot, but now looking back, like that's why they were so nervous. They probably like had all those parent emotions up top, and just like, this is a bad decision, but we're gonna let her figure it out on her own.
Clouden nets both free throws. You got to stay out of foul trouble.
You just
don't commit them.
Just don't do it.
Right.
Just
let somebody
people.
drive by you. And speaking of, Heck, her second.
And that, I'm going to give a little bit of credit, though, to Iowa, how they're posting up. X not as good on the defense.
Nope, she wants to score the basketball as Clark misses the first shot in the paint, gets it right back and goes up strong and will shoot a pair.
So the thing you have to remember when players are in that do have 2 fouls is you really can't allow them to get tired out there, because that is when you commit a lot of fouls, is when you're tired and you're getting a little lazy.
You start reaching,
yep.
Leaning.
So you got to keep people fresh if they're going to be out there with 2 fouls.
Clark connects on the first. She has 11. Hawks go up 26-17. Second one also good. Iowa by 10. Under 7, second quarter. Hageman turns and drives in. Right side layup good. Boy, she gave a little move of the shoulder and froze the Iowa defense. She has 6, averaging 7.8. Here's Clark, couple dribbles, right side, bounce pass O'Grady, flying toward the basket, missed the layup. Clouden quickly down court and is bumped by Gabby Marshall.
It's a good hustle by Marshall to at least get back there. The second quarter, this is when defense has to really check itself.
Hageman gets it in. Around the arc, inside Smith. A little turnaround jumper, middle of the paint, and it's good. Alicia Smith with 6. And she posts well and also has that mid-range jumper. 27-21. Lead cut to 6. Hawks did lead by 10. Here's Marshall. Stutter step. Gets into the paint. Now back to Clark. Holds the ball high above her head. Now gets that right-handed dribble going. Fakes right, goes left, pulls up 17, rimming no. Warnock tries to keep it alive, but Hageman comes away with it and gets it down court to Smith, who traveled before the 10-foot jumper.
I think Michigan State has definitely turned up the tempo on their offensive fast break right now.
Yep, this is a fast team that will scrap. Usually a good rebounding unit. And here's a steal. Joyner knocked it away. Down court to Winston. Layup good. Alicia Winston, her first basket. Feuerbach, top of the key. Out to Warnock. She drives left side of the paint, goes up, and the ball goes out of bounds and just off the right hand of McKenna Warnock. 27-23 Iowa, Michigan State basketball. 5:05 left to go until halftime.
And Iowa has struggled to score for the past 3 minutes, but
Smith
somehow stopped the lead.
Loses control of the ball on the right block. Dug up by Warnock. Here's Clark in transition. Pulls for three. Got it. Confident jumper by Katelyn Clark. She has 15.
50% from the three-point line today.
Joyner, top of the key. 30-23 Hawkeyes. Michigan State with the basketball. Little crossover move into the paint by Hageman. And a push will be called on Feuerbach. Hageman, boy, really wants to get to the baseline or get in the paint.
Not looking for that three-point shot really at all right now.
4:32 left to go, second quarter. Timeout on the court. Iowa 30, Michigan State 23. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Get ready to rock into 2022 at Riverside Casino and Golf Resort. Earn entries in December for your chance to win one of 2 brand new Honda CR-Vs. Grand prize drawings will be held on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. On New Year's Eve night, America's premier classic rock tribute band, Arch Allies, will perform in the newly remodeled Events Center. Tickets are on sale now at riversidecasinoandresort.com.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer. IRC Beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hawks have outscored Michigan State 10-9 in the second. Lead 30-23. Blue is caring, blue is convenient, and now blue is Medicare Advantage from Wilmark Advantage Health Plan, offering all-in-one Medicare coverage, our extensive network, and the confidence of being covered by Wilmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Learn more at WellmarkAdvantage.com. Mentioned will be at Bumps at Finkbine Golf Course for Hawk Talk with Coach Lisa Bluter this week from 6 to 7 on Thursday, presented by Oak Knoll. If you want to check out the full show schedule, just go to HawkeyeSports.com and it will be under the Connect tab, HawkeyeSports.com. This Thursday, 6 until 7 at Bumps. Come on out and join us, and then we'll finish off the month on consecutive Monday nights. Get back to our regular showtime.
There you go. I will not be there this Thursday, but don't make that stop you guys from coming, because I won't be there.
We double our audience if you would show up.
I will.
Just make an appearance. Hageman free throw. Perfect. Really finishes well around the basket. Does a good job getting to the free throw line. She has 7. And this one rattles around and into the hands of Clark. And a push going after the rebound will be called on the Spartans. Joyner, her second. Today's game brought to you by Bud Light. Bud Light proudly welcomes back Hawkeye fans to Carver Hawkeye Arena. Bud Light is for the fans. Cook at the line for the Hawkeyes. Iowa only had 2 bench points at Duke. A couple of free throws by O'Grady. And now Cook can score the first points off the bench for the Hawkeyes, and she does.
Iowa really started the season with a lot of bench play points, but as we know, the further you get into the season, there tends to be less bench play, so it's always good to see those points, though, people contributing as they come in.
1 out of 2 for Cook, 31-24. Michigan State quickly down the court. Hageman just picked up her dribble in the paint and couldn't find anybody to throw it to, and that's because the Hawkeyes were pressuring well defensively around the perimeter.
There's nothing fans love more than getting that 3-second call.
And there's 2 on Michigan State. Here's Warnock for 3. Can't connect. Hageman the rebound. Pushes it to Clouden in transition. All the way to the hoop. Shot no good. Had an easy left-handed layup and decided to throw it up with the right hand. Clark, paint, tries to get it inside and knocked away by Michigan State. Well, that's one I think Clark could have taken herself. Taiwo for Feuerbach. Under 4, second quarter. 31-24 Hawkeyes get it inside to Warnock. Easy 2. Another assist for Katelyn Clark.
Warnock did the sneaky behind the, just hanging out behind the defender. Just being real sneaky. Not yelling for the ball, but she knew that it could get there.
Clouden turns the corner all the way to the hoop, off the window. Count it. And a foul on the Hawkeyes. Warnock's first. Nia Clouden at the free throw line. 11th all time in Michigan State scoring history. Free throw, got it. Clouden with 9. 33-27. Hawks on top, 3:30 left to go. Second quarter, Clark gets it back from Warnock, spins in the lane, shot is no good, and be careful going after that offensive rebound. Winston trying to run the break, gives it off to Clouden for 3, right wing, no. Warnock pushes it to Clark. Cross court to Marshall for 3. Got it. Gabby Marshall, who knocks him down at just under 40%, her first basket. 36-27 Hawks. Spartans with the ball. Pull-up jumpers, 16. Good by Clouden. Boy, she can score in bunches.
And that's where Iowa has to keep remembering, hey, everything's worked so far. We need to step it up on the defensive end against Clouden again. Clark
gets in the paint, gets it back to Logan Cook for 3 and an out. Wide open 3 for Cook on the right wing. Winston gets it along the baseline to Hageman. Back in the corner, Clouden, right wing 3, nailed it.
Well, Rob, you weren't lying.
14.
Speaking of bunches, everything has been Clouden on my little screen over here. Clouden, 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 Clouden.
36-32. Lead was 9. Down to 4 inside. Cook goes up, right-handed layup, blocked away and out of bounds. Will stay with Iowa. O'Grady back for the Hawks. To replace Logan Cook.
And Smith's had a couple of block shots against the Hawks. So got to recognize, maybe some ball fakes, do something, a hook shot, something to try to give yourself a little bit more space.
Under 2, second quarter. Eck. Farquhar back into the game. Winston top of the key, spins, paint, drops the ball inside. Reverse layup is good by Farquhar. Her first hoop. The transfer from Purdue. Good under the basket. Hawks by 2. Taiwo gets it to Warnock in between the circles. Winston comes way out on Clark. Now Eck. Clark tried to get a pass back from Warnock, but it's picked off by Clouden. And she gets it to Winston, but the pass almost went out of bounds. She saved it right to O'Grady. Clark to Marshall for three, right wing. Perfect.
It's almost like rewind and repeat right there.
That cross-court look. Gabby Marshall with 6. 39-34, under a minute. Second quarter. Eck reverses the ball to Winston. Long three-pointer. Splashes that one home. Winston with 5. Been in double figures 7 times this year. 39-37. Iowa by 2 with the basketball. 20 on the shot clock. 35 game clock, second quarter. Clark out near the timeline. Winston backs off. Now comes out within about 5 feet. 6. O'Grady the screen. Clark the 3. A little bit long off the right side of the rim. O'Grady the board. Gets it to Taiwo on the right wing. Tomey drives. Shot is up. No good. Eck with the rebound. Michigan State can take the lead with a 3. Clouden fakes a 3. Gets into the paint and tried to get it in deep. And a kick will be called on Gabby Marshall. Feuerbach for Clark. Smart move there. Clark with 2 fouls and got through the bulk of the second quarter with no problems. Inside Clouden, long jumper, buzzer, no good. Off the left side of the iron, and that will do it for the first half. Hawks lead by 2, 39-37. Well, it's official. Iowa will play in the Citrus Bowl against the University of Kentucky Wildcats. And don't forget to check out all the official bowl travel information at hawkeyesports.com/bowl central. As the game was announced today, you'll receive information on game tickets, air travel, and hotel. hawkeyesports.com/bowl central. Presented by Travel Leaders Destinations Unlimited, Iowa's official bowl tour. We know Iowa grows a lot of corn, but in reality, we also know that corn grows Iowa. Corn grows our livestock, our economy, and our athletes. Put on your best face for the Iowa Corn Cam. Follow Iowa Corn on Facebook to be corn-fed. Bud Light halftime show up next. Iowa by 2, 39-37. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer and Bud Light Seltzer, IRC Beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
The next time you visit Eastern Iowa, check out the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, the hotel at Kirkwood Center, Bachmeyer Carpet One Floor and Home, the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, and Klosterman Construction, building custom homes for 20 years. Klosterman Construction is a premier custom home builder doing everything from remodels to exclusive custom homes. Klosterman takes the stress out of your building project. Award-winning designs, quality craftsmanship, and superior customer service. Call 319-545-7088.
The holiday season is here. Time for laughter and time for cheer. This year, enjoy spending time celebrating with family and friends. Just remember, buzz driving is drunk driving. If you're going to drink, plan another way home before the celebration begins and encourage your friends and family to do the same. Even one too many drinks increases the risk of a crash while driving. Be responsible and have a happy holidays. This message is brought to you by the Iowa Department of Public Safety, the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, and your local law enforcement.
Hi, Hawk fans. This is Gary Dolphin. I've been telling you about Authentic Brand's superb Hawkeye gear. But did you know Authentic Brand by TCB Companies is an official outfitter of well-known enterprises and organizations, including iHeartRadio Group and Learfield? The style and comfort and great looks of Authentic Brand gear, both sporty and professional, will give your image a boost. Outfit your personal and professional life in Authentic Brand gear.
Welcome back courtside. Rob Brooks, Jamie KB Lang. Appreciate everybody tuning in this afternoon. Big Ten opener, Iowa 39, Michigan State 37. Time for the halftime show brought to you by Bud Light. Bud Light proudly welcomes back Hawkeye fans to Carver Hawkeye Arena this year. Bud Light is for the fans. And speaking of for the fans, Jamie, pretty good entertainment here at halftime.
Oh, man. Sorry, I can't even look at the stats. I'm so distracted.
You got your camera going.
I got my camera going. I'm
video.
getting the Snapchat going because I need to send it out to make sure people know that this is happening. We believe her name is Red Panda. You might have seen her before. She's on the unicycle, the tall unicycle, and is flipping those bulls onto her head. It's amazing. It's quite
It really is. And we'll also perform tomorrow night. Halftime of the men's game, okay. Iowa and Illinois, 6 o'clock tip.
I mean, she's a crowd favorite, I have to say. And when I say crowd, mine. So, but let's talk about these stats so far here at the half with Iowa ahead by 2. Leading the way for Iowa points-wise, Katelyn Clark, 15 points. She's 5 of 13 from the field, 2 of 6 from the three-point line, and then 3 of 3 from the free throw line. However, she has some supporting members right now. Monica Sonano, 8 points, 6 points coming from Marshall, 5 from Warnock, 4 Martin, and 1 from Cook. Clark is also leading the way with rebounds. She has 5 rebounds, 3 rebounds coming from Sonano, 2 being contributed from both Warnock and Martin. Clark also leading the way in the assist category, 5 assists, 3 also coming from Martin, and then 1 assist from Warnock. Iowa has 15 field goals. They have 9 assists on 15 of those 15 field goals. Stat to make sure you're aware of, personal fouls. Iowa has 3 players with 2 fouls at this point, and that's Martin, Clark, and Sonano. Michigan State leading the way for them. They have 1 player in double figures. That's Clouden. That's who is their leading scorer traditionally in most games. 7 points from Hageman, 5 from Winston, and then 3 from Eck and 2 from Farquhar. Rebound battle. Iowa has 16 as a team. 19 is what Michigan State has, so out-rebounding the Hawks by a little bit. And assist-wise, Iowa is sharing the ball just 1 assist better than Michigan State is sharing the ball.
Look at the stats, and we'll also check the U.S. Bank scoreboard on this busy Sunday afternoon. Iowa 39, Michigan State 37. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Did you know that as a Mid-American Energy customer, nearly half of your life is powered by the wind energy we provide? That means when you're at home fixing a snack, or at work sending emails, you're using wind energy. Investing in wind helps us keep your rates low. Renewable wind energy. It's clean, affordable, and powerful. And it's one more way Mid-American Energy is obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Are you looking to downsize from your family home to begin your retirement years? Our Oak Knoll East campus is for you. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director at Oak Knoll. Our new campus has many unique amenities for your active lifestyle, in addition to providing the same great services that Oak Knoll has offered our residents for over 50 years. We're now open and have a few two-bedroom apartments still available. Call me at 319-351-1720 or visit oakknoll.com to set up your personal tour. Go Hawks!
Not all internet is created equal. It's a lot like choosing a quarterback. Technically, you could sign up any new rookie provider on the block, but the success of every device in your home depends on it. Will they perform in the clutch, or will they buffer under pressure? Extreme provides the speed you need with a 100% gigabit technology network and amplified Wi-Fi. And unlike signing a quarterback, Extreme Internet requires no contracts. There's only one pick to lead your team. It's Extreme, powered by Mediacom.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Hawks lead it by 2, 39-37. We're at the half on the Bud Light halftime show. And let's take a look at the U.S. Bank scoreboard. At U.S. Bank, we know when you invest in a community, the community invests in you. We are committed to providing high-quality, innovative products and services that meet the needs and demands of our customers. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Around the Big Ten, women's basketball. 4 finals. Maryland, number 8 in the country, over Rutgers 73-59. Michigan 93, Akron 54. Number 18, Ohio State 70, Purdue 53. And Northwestern defeats Wisconsin 61-49. Illinois cruising to victory over Eastern Kentucky 71-53. That with a minute left in the fourth quarter. NFL scores today. Chicago falls to Arizona 33-22. Philadelphia 33. The New York Jets 18. Indianapolis Colts 31. The Houston Texans nothing. The LA Chargers defeated Cincinnati 41-22. Tampa Bay 30. Atlanta 17. Miami 20. The Giants 9. And the Detroit Lions pick up its first victory of the year, downing the Minnesota Vikings, Jamie, 29-27.
Well, I bet you my husband is in a real good mood right now.
Yeah, that'll be fun to go home to.
And that's a joke.
Partials, the LA Rams 10, Jacksonville 7 in the second. Washington 7, the Las Vegas Raiders nothing, also in the second quarter, and 2 games in the first quarters. It is Pittsburgh and Baltimore no score, and Seattle, San Francisco tied at 7. Hawks back out on the court. We await the arrival of the Spartans. Hawks by 2, 39-37. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
The holiday season is here. Time for laughter and time for cheer. This year, enjoy spending time celebrating with family and friends. Just remember, buzz driving is drunk driving. If you're going to drink, plan another way home before the celebration begins and encourage your friends and family to do the same. Even one too many drinks increases the risk of a crash while driving. Be responsible and have a happy holidays. This message is brought to you by the Iowa Department of Public Safety, the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, and your local law enforcement.
What would you buy with an extra $1,000 to Shields this holiday season? How about an extra $5,000? Shields and Under Armour are giving away the ultimate holiday shopping spree. Now through December 13th, we're giving away a $1,000 Shields gift card every Monday. And on December 20th, one lucky winner will be drawn for a $5,000 Shields gift card. Register now at shields.com/win.
The next time you visit Eastern Iowa, check out the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, the hotel at Kirkwood Center, Klosterman Construction, the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, and Bachmeyer Carpet One, Floor and Home of the beautiful Guarantee. Bachmeyer Carpet One is proud to support the Hawkeyes. If you're looking to remodel, build a new home, or just redo a room, we are your flooring store. Outstanding design and sales staff with the knowledge to guide you in a friendly, stress-free atmosphere. Bachmeyer Carpet One. Come visit us.
Get your free COVID-19 vaccine at Hy-Vee. Go to Hy-Vee.com/mypharmacy to schedule an appointment. That's right, just go online and reserve your time. Getting your vaccine has never been easier. This is your shot to help protect yourself and your loved ones from the COVID-19 virus. Just go online to Hy-Vee.com/mypharmacy and schedule your COVID-19 vaccine. Don't delay. Make your appointment now.
All right, Hawk fans, at halftime of the Iowa-Michigan State game. This is Jamie Kaby-Lang alongside Rob Brooks. Score is 39-37, Iowa with that 2-point lead. And when we come back, we will be beginning the third quarter. This is Iowa women's basketball from Learfield.
Every day you use energy to power your life, to wake up, to stay connected.
Hi, this is John. Oh, hey.
To feed your loved ones. Dinner! You don't even have to think about it, because at MidAmerican Energy, we do. We work hard to bring you energy you can count on every day, because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're MidAmerican Energy, and we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The holiday season is here. Time for laughter and time for cheer. This year, enjoy spending time celebrating with family and friends. Just remember, buzz driving is drunk driving. If you're going to drink, plan another way home before the celebration begins and encourage your friends and family to do the same. Even one too many drinks increases the risk of a crash while driving. Be responsible and have a happy holidays. This message is brought to you by the Iowa Department of Public Safety, the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, and your local law enforcement.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer, IRC Beer, beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
Ready for third quarter action. Iowa by 2, 39-37. We'll have the basketball. Starting 5 for the Hawks. Martin, Warnock, Sonato, Marshall, Clark. Winston, Smith, Eck, Clouden, and Joyner for Michigan State. And the Hawks pound the ball inside. And Alicia Smith will pick up her first personal. And Monica Sonato at the free throw line for the first time buries the first. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye Women's Basketball. Nia Clouden fakes right, goes left all the way down the middle of the paint and lays it up off the window for 2 more after Sonato made 1 out of 2 from the free throw line. 40-39 Hawkeyes. Clark with the ball. Dribbles between her legs, and then a one-hand pass inside to Sonato, goes up strong and is clobbered by Smith.
Sonato does such a good job of always making herself available for that pass. She's flashing into the lane, and you can see a difference even when we switch from Monica to one of the other post players. They're just not quite as aggressive as she is at getting open and making herself a target.
Smith was there, Clouden as well, and they will give Clouden the foul. Sonato converts the first and the second. 11 for Monica Sonato, who started so well in the first quarter. Hawks by 3, just underway, third quarter action. Clouden working hard to get the ball. Free throw line extended right. Sonato comes out to help. Joyner kicks it to Eck for 3. Left wing, no. And Warnock pulls the board. And Joyner hangs on her back.
And that's going to be Warnock just doing a good job posting up, using her body wide and frustrating Joyner to a point where she's able to get a foul call.
And that's 3 on Tyre, or make that Moria Joyner. Inside, Kate Martin goes up strong, left block, and finishes off the window.
Patience. That was the patience paying off.
Hawks in a much better rhythm offensively this afternoon versus Thursday night for good reason. 44-39. And Smith trying to make a move about 8 feet away from the basket, and a blocking foul will be called on Sonato. 3 on the Hawks pivot. Edie Hageman quickly off the bench. She had 7 in the first. And that'll get O'Grady into the game for Sonato. And Monica's done a good job this season staying out of foul trouble, but in a little bit right now.
Just a little.
Air ball off the inbounds play by Clouden. Hawks in transition. Martin goes up strong. Eck knocked it away from her and out of bounds. It'll stay with Iowa. Clark will trigger it in. 44-39. Hawks on top. Opening minutes, third quarter. Wow. Inside. The finish by Warnock. How about that pass from Katelyn Clark?
Hachi-chachi on that pass. I don't know if that's a saying, but I think it is.
It is now. But that was from the right wing to the left side of the floor. Clouden tries to break free. She'll pull from 17. No good. Rebound by Smith goes up. Blocked by Annie O'Grady. Down court pass. Warnock spins. Left-handed layup is good. Clark to Warnock in transition. Timeout, Michigan State.
Like pew, pew, pew. Like passes everywhere. Flying across the lane to Warnock, the magnet. And most of them coming from Clark, but still. Warnock's hands always ready. Great teammate in that sense.
And caught it. Had to make a spin move.
Yeah, just converts it.
And dropped it on the floor and laid it in, no problem.
That's an 8-0 run.
And that's why Susie Merchant called timeout for Michigan State with 7:51 left to go in the third. Hawks with some breathing room. Lead at 48-39. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Next time you visit Eastern Iowa, check out the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, Bachmeyer Carpet One, Floor and Home, Klosterman Construction, and the Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, named Iowa Tourism's 2021 Hotel of the Year and awarded the AAA 4 Diamond Award for lodging. To make reservations, visit thehotelatkirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111 for more information.
Anything can happen when the Cyclones and Hawkeyes come to compete. It's where the rubber meets the road. Neighbors become rivals and friends become foes. Some go home broken-hearted, while others are victorious. When the dust finally settles, one thing stands true. No matter which side you're on, you're part of tradition for those who are Iowan through and through. We're Iowa Corn, a proud sponsor of the Iowa Corn Cy-Hawk Series. In Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa.
The holiday season is here. Time for laughter and time for cheer. This year, enjoy spending time celebrating with family and friends. Just remember, buzz driving is drunk driving. If you're going to drink, plan another way home before the celebration begins and encourage your friends and family to do the same. Even one too many drinks increases the risk of a crash while driving. Be responsible and have a happy holidays. This message is brought to you by the Iowa Department of Public Safety, the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, and your local law enforcement.
Hawks start 3 for 3 from the field in the third quarter. 3 out of 4 from the free throw line on an 8-0 run, which prompted a Michigan State timeout. Outscored the Spartans 9-2 in the third quarter. This has been a back and forth game with 5 lead changes. Game's been tied 4 times. Nobody's been able to break away, but the Hawks now on top by 9. Have led by double digits. Clouden. Eck drives the paint. Kicks it out to Jones into the game. Now Hageman. Bounce pass Smith. She goes up. O'Grady defended it well and came away with the basketball. Got on the floor to get it to Clark. Drives baseline, kisses it off the window. Count the basket. Katelyn Clark is fouled.
And O'Grady starting that off, being aggressive, getting, I don't know if they call it a block or a steal or what they'll actually call it on the stats, but.
And then fought for the ball.
Yeah, being aggressive, getting on the ground for it, not allowing it to be a jump ball, getting that possession.
Winston on for Michigan State. Free throw, Clark got it. 18 for Katelyn Clark, 5 rebounds and 7 assists. Hawks with 12 assists as a team. 51-39. Approaching 7 left to go in the third. Eck gets it to Parks, and she went up on the right block. Extra step, traveling called on Tyre Parks. Here comes Clark. All the way to the paint. Shot is up, no good. Katelyn gets the rebound. 3 green jerseys surround her, and she does the smart thing to pull it back out front. Uses a Warnock screen, will pull for 3, rimming no. And Parks down with the rebound. Eck along the baseline, kicks it out for Clouden, ball fake. Now back to Eck. Winston for 3, got it. (51-42) and a 3-pointer for McKenna Warnock. She gets it right back.
Really thought they were going to slow it down and try to run some of their offense, but Warnock had other thoughts, and that's okay.
3-pointer by Winston is no good. Missed that one from the right side. Hawks in transition. Here's Marshall, free throw line extended right. Lob pass inside O'Grady. Wow. Finish with the right hand.
Pretty pass, pretty finish.
First field goal off the bench for the Hawkeyes. Logan Cook and a free throw, 3 points. But really good minutes by Eddie O'Grady here. Snato on the bench with 3. Clouden pulls from 16, no. Warnock to Clark, 56-42. Clark all the way to the rim, layup good. Nobody shut off Katelyn Clark.
I mean, it's exciting because the Duke game was not a good game, and then you're just like, come on, you can do it. You're thinking that, everyone's thinking that, and finally it's clicking right now.
58-42. A terrific quarter so far for the Hawkeyes. Michigan State ball reversal. Eck dribbles behind her back, gets it into the corner for three. Winston, no. Long rebound by Clark. Zigs and zags her way down the court. Now finds Gabby Marshall. Three ball. Back of the bracket. And a rebound by Parks and a foul on the Hawkeyes.
Good job being aggressive on the boards. That's what Iowa needs. They need people trying to make those second chance opportunities happen.
Warnock, only her second. Sonato check back in the basketball game. Timeout on the court. 4:44 left to go in the third. It's been a terrific quarter for the Hawkeyes, now on a 7-0 run with last 1 minute 31 seconds.
And an 18-3 run set for over 4 minutes.
I like those numbers.
Those are some nice ones.
And have turned a 2-point halftime advantage into a 58-42.
Before we go to break, I was just thinking, and I was like, I felt like the team, and this is my best analogy I can come up with here. It was kind of like when you see a train start going where they're like, good jump, 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 good jump.
Kind of,
and they're getting to the point of going choo-choo right now.
Churning along. Now we're at full speed, right?
Yeah, it's great. So it's really exciting right now. This is a great quarter for the Hawks. There we go. Now you can throw it to break.
Can I now?
You can.
Okay. I got the okay.
You got the okay from me.
58-42. Having a good time at Carver. Fans are on their feet. 4:44 left to go. Hawks 58, Michigan State 42. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer and Bud Light Seltzer, IRC Beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
The next time you visit Eastern Iowa, check out the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, Bachmeyer Carpet One, Floor and Home, Klosterman Construction, and the Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, named Iowa Tourism's 2021 Hotel of the Year and awarded the AAA 4-Diamond Award for lodging. To make reservations, visit thehotelatkirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111 for more information.
Flu season is here, and you can get your flu shot now at your Hy-Vee pharmacy. It's easy, convenient, and you can schedule your appointment online. Just go to Hy-Vee.com/mypharmacy. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, you get a 20-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver. This year, it's more important than ever to stay healthy. So go online to Hy-Vee.com/mypharmacy today to schedule your flu shot and get a 20-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver. Some restrictions may apply.
Out of the timeout, Michigan State scores quickly on a D.D. Hageman drive to the basket. The Hawkeyes quickly respond, get it down inside. Strong move by Kylie Fierbach. And she goes up and is fouled. And will be rewarded with a pair of free throws and connects on the first. And perfect on the second. Her first two. 60-44. 4:15 remaining, third quarter. Hageman, right wing, spins. Gets it back out to Eck for three, just right at the top of the key, no good. Sonato back in the game with a rebound. Here's Clark, between her legs. Pushes her way to the basket, shot is up and no good, just a little bit short on the layup. Michigan State in transition. Eck, a little Euro step across the lane. Left-handed shot is strong. Hawks with the board, running the floor. Warnock beat everybody down. Clark able to find her. McKenna Warnock with 14.
She's just hanging out there. I don't know, all by herself.
Michigan State is a little worn down. And I think a lot of it has to do with Iowa's defensive intensity.
Well, they have to fight every time they drive in there, and they have to try really hard to create.
And Clouden trying to create and gets to the rack and is fouled by Taiwo.
I really love Iowa's defensive ideas when they have their really good, quick players, is that they rotate so much on them to try to keep fresh legs always on the good players on the opposing team.
Kate Martin for Clark. Katelyn will sit down with 20. Nia Clouden at the free throw line. 16 on the afternoon. Ball is in the air and in the hoop.
During this timeout, I've been hearing a lot of the assistant coaches saying things to Coach Bluter, but she does such a good job then still relaying them to the team. Unlike me, when I'm on the phone and someone's like, "Can you just tell them this one thing?" and I always forget. But not Coach Bluter. She remembers to tell it was just interesting to hear.
2 for 2 for Clouden, 62-46. Hawkeyes on top with the basketball. Inside, Sonato goes to the left hand. Got it.
Yes,
bounced on the iron a couple of times, but went in.
Just a tiny little crossover step, but a very effective crossover step.
13 for Monica Sonato, at 21 at Duke. Here's Clouden trying to create. Down the left side of the lane, goes up in traffic short. Taiwo with the rebound. Lob pass to Martin. Right wing, and then gets it inside to Warnock and immediately fouled on her way up. Parks with 3. Joyner with 3. Logan Cook will come in for McKenna Warnock, who is at the line. First one, good. Law enforcement is cracking down on wearing seatbelts. The Iowa Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau reminds you to click it or ticket day or night. Second one, perfect. I knew some players that if they knew they were coming out of the game shooting a free throw would miss it on purpose so they could stay in another trip or two.
Oh, I believe it. Yes.
66-46. Hawks by 20. Here's a Winston 3, rimming no. Cook runs it down. 2:20 left to go in the third. Martin in between the circles. Gets it to Taiwo.
Oh.
Now back inside. Sonato takes the ball away from a would-be Spartan. Had a chance to get a hand on it and makes the shot. Sonato with 15. A couple of Spartans went after the steal. 68-46. Clouden, paint, lost control of the ball. Gets it to Hageman. Now into the corner, Winston for 3, hit the side of the backboard. Sonato, long rebound ahead to Taiwo. She'll take it all the way in, contact, and will shoot a pair.
Monica Sonato feels pretty proud of herself on that pass there. It was a good, nice lead for Tommy to get underneath.
And led the break.
She did, I know. You feel real good when you're that person as opposed. It doesn't happen very often. But Tommy did a good job getting them under the ball and then taking it in right away, knowing she was going to have there was going to be some contact.
So Joyner picks up her 4th. Taiwo back at the free throw line. Nets the first.
If it feels like we're only talking about Iowa scoring, that's because really that's who scored this third quarter. Iowa has 30 points for the third quarter, and Michigan State just 9 so far. Well, 31 points, just 9 for Michigan State.
And the Hawks knocking down their free throws. 14 of 16. Another 8-0 run. So we've had a run of 7-0 and 2 of 8 here in the quarter.
Just a quarter of runs.
And the Hawks have exploded to a 70-46 advantage. This is a 39-37 basketball game at the half.
You wouldn't think that.
Here's Clouden, 7 to shoot. Along the baseline, great job by Marshall. On the drive, shot by Farquhar. And a charge will be called.
That Feuerbach, I think, got set up for that one.
Or do they call it travel before the foul?
They might have.
There was definitely a charge there. But for the second time today, a travel called before the charge. Clark finds Sonato. 2 more. Monica Sonato doing a terrific job getting open. And of course, Katelyn Clark able to find her. 72-46. 40 seconds left to go, third quarter. Here's Clouden. Gets in the paint and drops it off for Smith, who lays it up and in. Alicia Smith, the Penn State transfer, with 8.
Oh, wow.
Clark gets it across the timeline just in time to Gabby Marshall. And now the Hawks can hold for one to close out quarter number 3. Clark at midcourt. Farquhar on her. Lob pass to Sonato, back to Clark for 3, rimming no. And that'll do it for the third quarter. And what a quarter it was for the Hawkeyes.
Oh, yeah.
Made 4 their last 5 field goals.
Third quarter, they shot lights out, 68%.
Wow.
69% if you round up.
That's exactly what this team needed, was a big-time 10-minute frame, and they got it here in the third quarter.
I feel the train coming. It's coming round the bend.
Little Johnny Cash.
There you go. That's where it feels like, right? It's just, wow. Just turned a big corner to start this quarter.
Hawks in the stretch run now to try to finish this one off. 72-48. We'll head to the fourth after the break. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from their...
Iowa, we grow corn, a lot of corn. We love seeing our farmers in the fields, and although they're perfect strangers, we know them. We know them by their equipment covered in dust. We know them by their work ethic, where days off don't exist. We know them by the way they wave, passing strangers alike on a 2-lane road. We know them in the midst of our kitchen as we prepare another family meal. In Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. The Iowa corn farmers are proud to be on the sidelines for the Iowa Hawkeyes.
It's a new season. Get ready for more men's and women's college sports excellence. Trophies will be awarded in June to schools who take the top spot in the 2021-22 Learfield Directors Cup. The premier award recognizes one winning institution in all competitive divisions. Follow your favorite team's progress as seasonal standings are announced at L Directors Cup under and online at directorscup.org. The crowning achievement in college athletics.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hawks in command, 72-48. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels, the Homewood Suites and the Home 2 Suites by Hilton. Each offer guests spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, pool, hot tub, laundry, and convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. And there is Gabby Marshall, always around the basketball, getting it away from Michigan State, down to Warnock, 3, left wing, no. Ball bounces around and dug up by Farquhar of MSU. To Clouden, deep in the corner, shot is up and no good by Ruers. Brooklyn Ruers, her first action. as Katelyn Clark busts free again. She has 22. And it's 74-48. How about the defense? We talk about the offense and how good it's been in the third quarter, and here to start the fourth. The defensive intensity has been very good. And a foul on Katelyn Clark.
It's a weird call.
Jones and Clark just touched hands. So Michigan State will have the basketball in front of its own bench. That's 3 on Clark. Remember, she had 2 early ones. Done a good job since then, staying out of any real issues. Eck gets it out to Hageman for 3. No good. Long rebound. Stays with Michigan State. Hageman spins in the lane and then wanted to get the ball back out to Eck and took an extra step. Hawks see some pressure. Clark gets it to Warnock, into the corner to Gabby Marshall. She's feeling it. Another 3 from the right wing for Gabby Marshall.
That's some fire right there. Marshall hot from the three-point line today. That is 3 of 5.
77-48. Just underway, fourth quarter. Farquhar tries to make her way to the hoop, and a three-pointer by Joyner is blocked by Clark. Stays with Michigan State. Eck, an off-balance shot from 10 feet is no good. And now the Hawks want to control the pace. Martin. Warnock in between the circles, feeds right side. Marshall, lob pass inside. Sonato, 2 more for Monica Sonato with 19. And the assist number feels so much more like Iowa Hawkeye basketball.
And so much more effortless. Like they've been just insane with the assists this whole quarter. Well, this whole half, I'd say, this second half.
Farquhar, long 2, right wing, no. Clark, another rebound. Gets it to Warnock for 3. Got it. Nice job by Katelyn Clark. Could have shot the 3. Passed it up for a better looking 3.
Whose half is this? Obviously, this is Iowa's half. And Iowa, man, Clark has 11 assists, 22 points, and 8 rebounds. So looking for that
away
triple-double.
From a triple-double. Had one against Southern. Here's Joyner. Making a move in the paint. Shot is no good. The defense is there.
Oh, my gosh.
Down court pass. Clark finds Warnock. Left-handed layup is good.
Are you not impressed? Like, Iowa's just like, what are you guys even doing if you're not going nuts right now?
And Susie Merchant, a called timeout. And she's wondering the same thing. Why is the Hawkeyes getting down court faster than all 5 Michigan State players?
By the way, she just got a rebound. So now she's 1 away from a triple-double. She has 12 assists, 22 points, 9 rebounds. This is the Katelyn Clark that had a rough game at Duke, but is rebounding back. And you never know how people are going to rebound. Not just her, but everyone. Everybody is rebounding back on this team. Took a little bit of time to get going, but they got there.
Just a totally different feel today than what we saw on Thursday. And after basically a 2-week pause, understandable. 84-48, 6:35 left to go. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Are you looking to downsize from your family home to begin your retirement years? Our Oak Knoll East campus is for you. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director at Oak Knoll. Our new campus has many unique amenities for your active lifestyle, in addition to providing the same great services that Oak Knoll has offered our residents for over 50 years. We're now open and have a few two-bedroom apartments still available. Call me at 319-351-1720 or visit oakknoll.com to set up your personal tour. Go Hawks!
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer, IRC Beer, beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
All Hawks since the start of the third quarter. This was a 2-point game at halftime. Iowa 39, Michigan State 37. It is now 84-48.
I mean, they've scored 44 points in less than 15 minutes. 44 points in less than 15. We're not even at the 5-minute mark of fourth quarter.
Hey, Hawkeyes, is your small business ready for a big promotion? To support and celebrate small businesses, United Healthcare and Hawkeye Athletics are teaming up for the Spotlight on Small Business Sweepstakes. Winners receive radio promotion, social media recognition, and more. To enter, visit HawkeyeSports.com/UHC. United Healthcare is a proud sponsor of Iowa Athletics. Inside, Parks goes up strong, and Monica Sonano with her fourth. So Parks will get 2, and right now, Iowa Lottery VIP club members can enter to win a warehouse dash or up to $100,000 in cash. Enter today at ialottery.com or via the Lottery Plus app. Parks misses both. Here's Clark in between the circles. Angles right side, now backs it up. Marshall in the corner, brings it out to the wing. Lob pass, Sonano, shot no good. Did a great job not to bring it down, but just couldn't connect. Hageman tries to spin. Feuerbach there defensively and kicks it out for a three-pointer by Joyner, who knocks it down from the right wing. 84-51, 5:50 left to go, fourth quarter. Fulter into the game for the Hawkeyes. She hasn't played since the Southern contest back on the 17th of November. Here's Clark. She'll pull from 17. Now rattles out. Long rebound. Run down by Eck. Here's Clouden. Trying to get a pass inside. The Hawks able to steal it. Here's Clark. She'll pull from 3. No good off the right side. And Hageman the board. And then Feuerbach the steal. Gets it to a Fulter. Now to Clark. Almost had it taken away by Clouden. And now Clark will set it up. Clouden on her. A Fulter. Gets it to Feuerbach, and now hands it to Clark with 5 to shoot. Now to Sonano, and tried to get it back to Clark and threw it away. A little miscommunication there.
Yeah, definitely some miscommunication happened.
But the Hawks couldn't get into the flow of the offense at all on that particular possession, which has been an absolute rarity this afternoon. 84-51, Hawks with the lead, Spartans with the basketball. Hageman eyes a 3 long, and a Fulter was high for the rebound. Now Feuerbach for 3, no good off the front of the iron. Hageman. Now to Parks, and she makes a move in the paint around the semicircle.
That'll be
and is
5.
fouled. And that'll do it for Monica Sonano.
But O'Grady was going to be coming in for Sonano anyways.
She was at the scorer's table.
Yep. And O'Grady did a great job today. I think when she was in, she contributed. She was effective. She had some good spurs for the offense. But Monica Sonano had a great day.
Laurel Jackman, a senior from Saginaw, Michigan, into the game. Parks makes 1 out of 2 and will sit down. That's her first point. 84-52. We're under 4. Here's Clark for 3. Back iron, no good. Here's Jackman, right wing. Now to Hageman. She drives down the right side of the paint and hits the floor. And a Hawkeye foul. Feuerbach, her second.
Well, now we can probably talk about it. The white elephant in the room, right, is 800.
Lisa Bluter's 800th career coaching win.
And it's kind of fun with everything that happened. It's going to be during a Big Ten game now.
And at home.
Yeah, and at home. So it'll be, could have been anywhere.
Both free throws missed by Hageman. A Fulter to a cutting Clark. Left-handed layup is no good, but she bats it out, tries to keep it alive. Taiwo couldn't come up with it. Jackman does. Driving, Hageman drops it off inside. Shot no good by Ruers. 84-52. Hawks with it. Slowing the pace here as we're under 3. Clark cross court to Taiwo. Out of Feuerbach, left baseline. Drives paint. Kicks it right side. O'Grady, short jumper, no good. Rebound and putback for Katelyn Clark. Triple-double.
Triple-double, and she was just getting taken out. Man. They were giving her a chance to get it, and you could tell she was dead, though. She had a game. So, ending there, right there, stats. 24 points, 9 of 25, 2 of 10, 4 of 4 from free throw line. So 24 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists. And I'm not looking at her steals or anything, but I know she had some of those today, too.
So second triple-double of the season. On the move is Joyner. And her right-handed shot is no good. Taiwo picks up her second.
Okay, she also had 2 steals, 1 block, in case you're wondering. 2 turnovers, so not bad there. And only played 28 minutes.
Yeah, remember had those 2 early fouls.
Yeah. So it's just, triple-double with 28 minutes of play, not 40. Right. Very effective when she is on the court.
That's her 3rd career triple-double. And 2nd of the season against Southern at 16, 10, and 10.
I think Rob's going to have a bruise on his arm. I hit him when there was.
That's
I just
okay.
hit him again to reenact what happened.
That's why I stay in shape.
But she got that rebound because I was like, oh, she's getting taken out. I'm like, oh, and she got the rebound.
And an offensive rebound and put back. Well, as we said a lot last year, as the Hawks have the ball, not going to be 1 or 2 or 3 triple-doubles in her career.
Right.
In fact, might be 1 a week. Who knows?
Yes.
86-53. Hawkeyes dominant in the third and fourth quarters.
Yeah, dominant. I don't even know if does that do it justice for how they just they did. That third quarter, I mean, I don't think they've had many quarters where they've scored more than that. 33 points.
That third quarter, one of the best we've seen. Offensively and defensively. I think the defense been exceptional.
Oh, good shot by Tomey.
Missed a three-pointer left wing. Hageman thought about a three, little crossover move.
Oh. That was a little blocked shot out of the three-point arc by Feuerbach.
And Farquhar gets the ball in the paint, makes a move and lays it up. 86-55. Pass to O'Grady. And she is held. That'll go against Jayla James, a 6'1" junior from Maryland, also a transfer from Penn State. 1:35 left to go. Hawks will get victory number 5 on the season, and more importantly, that first victory in Big Ten play, because now we go back for a couple non-conference games.
And this game had
before it resumes at the end of the month.
So much weight on it, though, too. This was also their only matchup against Michigan State. This had a lot going for it. Bounce back from Duke.
Which, yes. Farquhar makes a move in the paint, left-handed layup. She has 6. And Taiwo loses the ball in the backcourt. Nice steal by Jackman. Hageman to Farquhar, and she lays it up and in. We're under a minute, 86-59. A falter to Feuerbach. Edinger. Now a falter for 3, a little bit long. Jackman with the rebound. Came right to her. Hageman tried to get it inside. Tipped by Taiwo into the hands of Feuerbach. Hawks had 39 points at the half, now at 86.
Oh, great take.
And Feuerbach, nice move all the way to the rim. Lays it up and in with the left hand.
Now there's no shot clock, so getting close.
10 seconds. And everybody's starting to hug Lisa Bluter. You think they know what today means? Layup good by Farquhar. She gets into double figures. And the Hawks will let this one run out as the fans rise. And victory number 800 for the one of the best to ever work the sidelines in Lisa Bluter. 169 wins at St. Ambrose, 187 at Drake, and now 444 at Iowa.
The numbers, I don't even know how to comprehend winning 800 games. I've said this multiple times, but still, coaching 800 games, just coaching 800 alone would be hard. That's a lot of effort and time and a lot of different things.
And
but
to be able to do it, you've had to win a lot.
Yeah, she's
and that
won
winning
800
percentage
times.
is at 68%.
Oh, they're wearing shirts. I want to see what they're wearing.
They put on gold shirts, have the players. And team surrounds Lisa Bluter right on the Tiger Hawk at midcourt.
Oh, that's a really funny. It just has Lisa Bluter's face on it. That's a funny shirt.
You knew it was going to happen.
Oh, that's
you
really
hoped
funny.
right away as soon as the Hawkeyes took the court again after the pause. Didn't happen on the road, but it happens against the Michigan State Spartans, the Big Ten opener, 88-61.
Oh, they're all putting them on. Everyone's putting the t-shirts on. This is really funny. Yeah, the fun thing is, this is something you know about Coach Bluter, though, is that everybody is so excited for her to get these 800 wins.
Well, as players, you want it. As assistant coaches who've been with her for so long and such great relationships.
Just a fun. And it's funny, Rob and I were talking before if, Coach Bluter is an accolades type person, and I really don't know that it was something that she really thought about early on in her career, but I think now that, she's much further along, she's like, this is really cool. This is a really neat thing.
You have to embrace it. And sure, you start to think back of all the great players and all the wonderful assistant coaches that you've had that helped you, and your family, of course, help you accomplish a feat like this with 800 victories and 444 of them coming at the University of Iowa.
It's amazing. I mean, her ability to win and take teams to a level where they weren't probably anticipated to be there. And now it's always anticipated that she's going to have great teams that are going to have winning seasons, and just building a program to that point where it was there before and then it went through a downturn and then she brought it right back up.
So Lisa Bluter still out on the court with the Hawks. Wasn't much fun on Thursday night. Completely different feel on this Sunday afternoon as the Hawkeyes defeat Michigan State 88-61. Pushes its record to 5-1. Michigan State falls to 6-4. The celebration will continue. Our post-game show will come up as well. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Mid-American Energy, being obsessively, relentlessly at your service means delivering reliable, affordable energy to you. And it also means marking underground utility lines before you break ground to keep you safe. Trimming trees to keep them away from electric lines so power is there when you need it. And it means working safely and quickly to power your home and business, no matter what the weather. Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. That's Mid-American Energy.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer, IRC Beer, beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
The holiday season is here. Time for laughter and time for cheer. This year, enjoy spending time celebrating with family and friends. Just remember, buzz driving is drunk driving. If you're going to drink, plan another way home before the celebration begins and encourage your friends and family to do the same. Even one too many drinks increases the risk of a crash while driving. Be responsible and have a happy holidays. This message is brought to you by the Iowa Department of Public Safety, the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, and your local law enforcement.
Are you looking to downsize from your family home to begin your retirement years? Our Oak Knoll East campus is for you. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director at Oak Knoll. Our new campus has many unique amenities for your active lifestyle, in addition to providing the same great services that Oak Knoll has offered our residents for over 50 years. We're now open and have a few 2-bedroom apartments still available. Call me at 319-351-1720 or visit oakknoll.com to set up your personal tour. Go Hawks!
Welcome back to Carver Hawkeye Arena as Iowa defeats Michigan State 88-61. The Hawks are still out on the court, and a video montage with Coach Bluder, and right now showing her initial press conference after getting the job here at the University of Iowa, and obviously will take her through her career and bring back a ton of memories, not only from Drake, some clips there, some moments in the locker room, and some quotes as well. And we will certainly have Jamie go back into the locker room and talk to Coach Bluder and get her thoughts on today, not only the victory, but what 800 means. And I'm sure a lot of memories flowing right now. Well, Jim, let's take a look at the stats. As Iowa wins at 88-61. And Katelyn Clark with a triple-double with 24 points coming off of 22 at Duke, but had to take 27 shots to do that. And her second triple-double of the season, third in her career, and we may see a 20 assist point performance at some point in time as well.
Yeah, she just got those 12 assists so effortlessly. So her stat line as a whole, Katelyn Clark's was just outrageous. 24 points. She was 9 of 25 from the field. Perfect 4 of 4 from the free throw line. 10 rebounds, 12 assists, just 2 turnovers, 1 block, and then 2 steals, and all of that in just her 32 minutes of play. Just such an amazing performance by her, but she wasn't the only one. I think the rest of the team really stepped it up. Warnock had 21 points today. Shot very well from the field. She was 8 of 10 from the field, and then 3 of 5 from the three-point line. A perfect 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Had 6 rebounds. Also contributed 3 assists. Assists were just astronomical, 37 as a team, or 23 as a team. They did such a good job of finding that open player. And then helping her out, though, is Monica Sonano with 19. She was 8 of 12 from the field, just did so well. 7 rebounds. And then Kate Martin, Gabby Marshall had 9, and she was 3 of 5 from the three-point line. Tomi Taiwo had 2, Martin had 6, 4 from Feuerbach, 1 from Cook, and 2 from O'Grady. Team effort today, though. Everybody was contributing, moving the ball. Rebounds, Iowa did a great job in the second half of rebounding. Compared that to the first half, they had 37 rebounds as a team, but did a really wonderful job. And now Coach Bluder was just hugging her family, who are just wonderful. Her kiddos, who I got to see when they were babies. Actually, her youngest kid, David, he was born when I was going into my sophomore year. So just really crazy to see this right now, too. Looking at Michigan State stats, 3 players were in double figures. Clouden had 18, Hageman had 12, and Farquhar had 10 for them. Led the game. For the game, Michigan State only shot 39% from the field. Iowa increased their percentage due to that third quarter, and they ended the game with 48.5% from the field, 32% from the three-point line, and then a nice 87.5% from the free throw line. So much better game shooting-wise for them coming off of that Duke game, which had less than stellar percentages.
That's a look at the stats after Iowa defeats Michigan State 88-61. Molly's Cupcakes, of course, proudly serving their cookies and treats at Kinnick Stadium in the fall. Carver Hawkeye Arena right here in the winter. For a taste of unique flavors you'll love, stop by their downtown Iowa City location for homemade cupcakes, cookies, cakes, bars, and coffee drinks. Molly's Cupcakes, a proud supporter of the Iowa Hawkeyes. In business, Mid-American Energy can help you save energy and add to your bottom line. Visit midamericanenergy.com. We'll have more postgame coming up after Iowa's victory over Michigan State at 88-61. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
The holiday season is here. Time for laughter and time for cheer. This year, enjoy spending time celebrating with family and friends. Just remember, buzz driving is drunk driving. If you're going to drink, plan another way home before the celebration begins and encourage your friends and family to do the same. Even one too many drinks increases the risk of a crash while driving. Be responsible and have a happy holidays. This message is brought to you by the Iowa Department of Public Safety, the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, and your local law enforcement.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer, IRC Beer, beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
The next time you visit Eastern Iowa, check out the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, Bachmeyer Carpet One, Floor and Home, Klosterman Construction, and the Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, named Iowa Tourism's 2021 Hotel of the Year and awarded the AAA 4-Diamond Award for lodging. To make reservations, visit thehotelatkirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111 for more information.
Hawks outscored Michigan State 33-11 in the third quarter after having just a 2-point lead at the half at 39-37 and cruised to victory 88-61. Don't forget to get in the game because when your team scores, your town wins. Text Iowa to 97063. And make sure that you nominate your town to receive proceeds from Wellmark's 3-point play program. Money raised from each Hawkeye 3-pointer to put toward community health projects like parks, playgrounds, and trails. It's all thanks to your local health insurance provider, Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Iowa. Well, Jamie, the numbers as well. You look at points in the paint, 46. Fast break points, 30. And Iowa led for 36 minutes and 19 seconds, though the first 20 minutes really back and forth.
Right.
Would get a double-digit lead, but then Michigan State would crawl right back into it, but not in that third quarter.
Oh, man.
33-11.
I don't think anybody could have beat Iowa in that third quarter. Once they got that feeling, and it's amazing to get that feeling, they didn't let go of it for a really, really long time. That whole third quarter, once it started going, everybody was in. The whole team was in. Anybody who came off the bench was in. Like, everyone felt what was happening on the court. And those are the times where you're like, they are Final Four potential when they do things like that. Now, if they can put that into more than just that third quarter, then you know that they're going to be that team that they know they can be. So, man, moments of greatness like that, which it was a long moment, makes you really confident that this team could go places and can compete with whoever they see. When you see that Duke game the other day, you're thinking, oh, were we wrong? Were we thinking Iowa was better? No, they're good. That was a bad game.
Just had a bad night. It's going to happen, and it's how you respond, how you bounce back, and the Hawkeyes certainly did it today in outstanding fashion, 88-61. Let's pause. 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye Women's Basketball. Three players in double figures. Of course, the triple-double from Katelyn Clark with 24 points, 12 assists, and 10 rebounds. Monica Sedano on 8 of 12 shooting, scored 19, and also had 7 rebounds. She's been rebounding much better. And McKenna Warnock with 21 and 6. We'll be back as Abby Emmert-Stamp will join us on the post-game show after Iowa defeats Michigan State 88-61. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer, IRC Beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
There's a sense of pride that comes from the life of a farmer. How many people can say they have a famous tan named after them, or be known for their wave when they drive past neighbors and strangers alike on a 2-lane road? Whether it's a farmer's tan or the farmer's wave, we are proud to be known for a lot of things. We feel that pride every night at the dinner table, knowing we feed our family and yours. Iowa Corn is proud to be on the sidelines cheering on the Iowa Hawkeyes. In Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Get ready to rock into 2022 at Riverside Casino and Golf Resort. Earn entries in December for your chance to win one of 2 brand new Honda CR-Vs. Grand prize drawings will be held on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. On New Year's Eve night, America's premier classic rock tribute band, Arch Allies, will perform in the newly remodeled Events Center. Tickets are on sale now at riversidecasinoandresort.com.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor and a PTO Quick Connect that hooks up rear implements with a single click. John runs with us because to him, there's nothing more important than connecting with the land. Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear John's story at Deere.com.
Stop by your local John Deere dealer for a test drive today or learn more at Deere.com. Your Iowa John Deere dealers, proud sponsors of Hawkeye basketball.
That big third quarter, that was the difference. Iowa outscores Michigan State 33-11 and defeat the Spartans 88-61. Abby Emmert-Stamp joins us on the postgame show after filling in on Hawk Talk this week. So a lot of airtime this week.
Yeah, definitely.
And a lot to talk about. And I think first off, Abby, what a bounce back from the Duke game, and to get off to a good start and then to have a 2-point lead at the half and then just explode offensively and defensively in that third quarter.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the greatest thing about sports, right? I mean, just not an Iowa Hawkeye basketball team at all at Duke the other night. But, you know, come back into practice the next day and say, all right, here's what we're going to learn from it, and now we get to move on. And I thought the team did a great job of shifting that focus. Obviously, we knew Michigan State was a really talented team coming in, and we were confident in our defense, but these are probably the best guards that we've gone up against so far this year. So we knew it was going to be a little bit of a challenge, but we're really, really pleased with the way that we came out, and certainly, like you mentioned, after halftime to really clamp down on them and hold them to only 11 points there in that third quarter, and really got our offense going at that point too.
And to get back, when you talk about offense, 23 assists, just 11 turnovers. That's the ratio you're looking for.
Exactly, yeah. We just didn't do a good job the other night of making the reads. We got hurried in our offense. We weren't making the reads, but tonight I thought we did a good job of reading that help and finding the open teammate, making one more pass, you know, and that's the fun style of basketball that we like to play. It was great to have our crowd here getting the chance to really enjoy that as well. And
14 out of 16 from the free throw line. Did a great job there and made 8 3-pointers. I thought Gabby Marshall, trying to get some looks for her into the offense, and she knocked down 3 threes.
Yeah, definitely. She's been one, we've been really working on trying to get her some more shots. And today, like I said, reading that help defense and just kind of having a mindset to hunt for her a little bit. I thought we did a good job of that. Gabby as well, though, I have to mention, she gets the tough assignment every night out. She had Nia Clouden tonight. She's done a great job guarding her in the past. And she came out tonight. I think Clouden was 5 games in a row, 20-plus points. And Gabby, I'm pumped she snapped that for her tonight, held her to only 18. Just chased her around, did a great job. Tommy Taiwo came in and helped out with that, too, as well as Kylie Fierbach.
And Clouden just 6 of 15 from the floor and had one spurt there, but other than that, contained very nicely. And Monica Sonano obviously got off to a great start, and she was the best post player on the floor tonight.
Yeah, she was, and she is every night out. We're confident in that, certainly. And, I thought our guards, again, I thought Gabby did a great job getting her the ball tonight. Katelyn's always looking for her, but I think overall our guards did a better job of reading that defense and being able to get Monica the ball in good position to score.
And McKenna Warnock, a really nice bounce-back game as well.
Yeah, my goodness, 8 for 10 from the field. McKenna just did a great job in there. And she's been pretty steady, pretty consistent for us. So, yeah, seeing that little bit of balance between McKenna, Katelyn, Monica is really good. Like to get a little bit more going. Like you said, we got Gabby involved a little bit tonight. But I really thought just overall, the story of the game, we're happy to feel like we got our offense back in a flow. But the story of the game and what we're going to be most excited about tonight is just feeling like our defense really did hold up. Like we gave really good effort there. We knew the scout. We communicated well, and our defense just really showed up for us. So we're going to need that through the Big Ten.
And I thought on the perimeter, too, the communication, getting in passing lanes, disrupting Michigan State's offense was there most of the time.
Yeah, absolutely. There weren't many times where we, had to make any adjustments on things throughout. They just stuck to the plan and executed it really well. And I think, too, like we talked about the other night, coming back from Duke, our team was a little rattled just playing against a home crowd. And, Michigan State, the same thing. They haven't really been in front of a big crowd in over a year, right? So, I thought we used that well. I think that's going to be something we obviously have to think about and, continue to build on because we know we're going to have a big crowd cheering against us on Wednesday night.
Could you imagine winning 800 games?
Oh, my goodness, I know. And I just have to really take a moment to just really talk about Coach Bluter because, my goodness, 800 games, but there are just so many women, myself included, who have just learned so much about life from her, just how to be she's just an incredible role model, the mother she's been, the coach she's been. She cares so much about everyone in her program and is an outstanding community leader as well. The different things that she does for the community where she spends her time and energy and resources, she's just really, really special. University of Iowa, State of Iowa is really should be thankful to have her leading this program.
A lot of passion.
A lot of passion. I love my new T-shirt, too. I don't know if the folks at home will have a chance to see them in pictures, but we've got some awesome T-shirts with Coach Bluter's face, and just couldn't be more happy for her. She deserves it so much, and I know she'll mention Jan and Jenny first thing, have been there with her, every step of the way.
Well, that's the thing. You were a player here, obviously coaching now, and just the camaraderie that you have, and you think about all the great players and the coaches that you're around, and also your family. You mentioned that. All that has to come together, one, to coach 800 games, but to win 800 games, then you have to have a high percentage to stick around, and she's almost at 70% for her entire career.
Yeah, it's really, really incredible. There's just so much that goes on behind the scenes to be a head coach of a program at this level, and a lot of people don't necessarily understand what's all involved in that. You're leading the staff every day as well as your team, and all the different hats that you have to wear, and she just does it with such grace and humility, really. And like I said, the way that she cares about people is just really unmatched. To be able to drive people for their best, but also care about them. Just even recently with some of my teammates going through different things, and the way that Coach Bluter reaches out and is willing to be there and help. It's just really incredible for somebody that's, won as many games and is really as big of a superstar as we know she is.
Well said.
Yeah, I do want to take a minute and just be able to eat my 800 wins cookie as well. So thanks for cutting us off here, Rob. But great game today.
I want you to get to it.
Thank you.
Abby, thanks so much. Abby Emmert-Stamp on the post-game show, talking about this great victory and everything that Coach Bluter has done to bring 800 victories to her coaching career, which took place here today with an 88-61 victory over Michigan State. We will hear from Coach Bluter and have more postgame when we come back. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Anything can happen when the Cyclones and Hawkeyes come to compete. It's where the rubber meets the road. Neighbors become rivals and friends become foes. Some go home broken-hearted, while others are victorious. When the dust finally settles, one thing stands true. No matter which side you're on, you're part of tradition for those who are Iowan through and through. We're Iowa Corn, a proud sponsor of the Iowa Corn Cy-Hawk Series. In Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
The next time you visit Eastern Iowa, check out the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Bachmeyer Carpet One Floor and Home, Klosterman Construction, Almost Famous Popcorn, and Jill Armstrong Realty, the area's premier realtor. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. If you're in the market to buy or sell a home, contact the Jill Armstrong team for all your real estate needs. Call 319-631-5455.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
Hawks win it over the Michigan State Spartans 88-61 and look forward to Wednesday night. What an atmosphere it's going to be at Hilton Coliseum in Ames, Iowa, and Iowa State. Tip at 6. We'll be on the air at 5:45 with the pregame show. And throughout the Iowa Corn Cy-Hawk Series, Iowa Corn promotes honest, hardworking values that are uniquely Iowan. On behalf of Iowa's corn farmers, we salute all fans and athletes for their hard work and determination to be the best on and off the field. Just like our top athletes, our state leads the nation in corn and ethanol production. Follow Iowa Corn to learn how corn grows Iowa. Let's listen in on some of tonight's top plays. Here we are with the Big Ten opener. Clark for three, right wing, splashes it home, and that's got to make her feel good. Let's see if you get that lid off the hoop. Here's Warnock, left wing, inside to Sonano. She spins on two Michigan State defenders and scores. Warnock for three. Knocked that one down from the left wing. Warnock pushes it to Clark. Cross court to Marshall for three. Got it. But for the second time today, a travel called before the charge. Clark finds Sonano. Two more. Monica Sonano doing a terrific job getting open, and of course Katelyn Clark able to find her. Hawks see some pressure. Clark gets it to Warnock, into the corner to Gabby Marshall. She's feeling it. Another three from the right wing for Gabby Marshall. Gets it to Warnock for three. Got it. Nice job by Katelyn Clark. Could have shot the three. Passed it up for a better looking three. And the threes were going in, especially in the third and fourth quarters, as the Hawkeyes ended up 8 of 25 from three-point range. And I think that number will continue to get better throughout the season. Hawkeyes from the field, 33 of 68. As I mentioned, 8 of 25 from behind the arc and 14 of 16 from the free throw line, and we're out rebounded only by 1 at 38-37. Both teams committed 17 fouls. As Abby talked about, the outstanding job with the assist to turnover ratio, 23 assists to 11 turnovers, and Michigan State 15 turnovers, or make that 15 assists, and 19 turnovers. Let's check the Big Ten scoreboard, brought to you by U.S. Bank. Northwestern defeats Wisconsin 61-49. Illinois 71, Eastern Kentucky 57. Ohio State 18th in the country 70, Purdue 53. Number 12, Michigan 93, Akron 54. And Maryland all over Rutgers at 73-59. Let's head to the Iowa locker room as Jamie caught up with Lisa Bluder after her 800th career victory.
And here with Coach Bluder. I don't know, I sure had a middle name. Coach, 800 wins. Just awesome human being, Bluder. That's what that's your new middle name.
Yeah, and I want you to call me that every single time we see each other.
And then
Jamie.
I'm going to add on your head coach title, and it's just going to take the whole entire interview to get through that.
Well, Jamie, how many of these wins have you been a part of? So, a lot.
A lot, yeah. There was a lot.
Yeah.
And it was in the beginning of your time here at Iowa, which is a lot different time. And it feels really awesome. I feel so lucky. And I'm going to just sound like that cheesy person, and I'm going to get a little emotional. But, I'm very lucky that I chose Iowa and chose you. And, man, it's changed my life. So
I'm glad you chose here, too, because you changed our life. I mean, you were one of those early recruits that really put this, established this program back up again.
Yeah. So thank you. And I'm very happy that I can say I was a part of those 800 wins. You make us all feel like we're part of your team. It's like all of your teams. I don't think anyone would leave and think I wasn't a part of her program. So
well, that's how I feel about every kid that walks through this program, though.
Well, you're awesome. Okay. And then for today, starting off the Big Ten season with this win over Michigan State, take me through that sideline.
Take you through the sideline?
Your sideline view, sorry. Oh. Take you through your sideline view. I sometimes forget my last words. Your sideline view.
First of all, I thought, to start the second half was really, really good. We had a 10-point lead in the second quarter, but then we got in a little bit of foul trouble. Monica got in foul trouble. Kate did. Katelyn did. And so we were kind of rotating those two in at point guard. But then I thought coming out in the third quarter, we just established dominance then. And that was really fun because it really came on the defensive end of things. We shot the ball well today from the free throw line and from two-point line. Not that well from the three-point line, really. But we established ourselves defensively, held them to 23% shooting. And that was one of our keys is three-point defense. Held them to 61 points. We wanted to hold them to below 70. So very, very happy with our defense.
What was discussed at halftime? They came out as a whole different team starting that third quarter.
It was like, I was almost surprised we only had a 2-point lead at half. I felt like it was more. I felt like we were in control of this game almost the whole game. And so I was a little bit surprised. It wasn't until we were walking back on the floor, I said to Jan, how much are we winning by? And she said 2 points. And I was shocked. I just thought it was more. I think we all had the confidence knowing that we get Monica back on the floor. We're going to be fine. Monica, she's just a walking bucket for us. She has 7 rebounds tonight. I really like that because we've challenged her to get more rebounds, and she does tonight. And she shoots 75% from the field.
And then you had McKenna Warnock doing that inside-outside game.
McKenna was outstanding tonight. Her adjusted field goal percentage is 95%. She was 8 for 10 from the field, 3 for 5 from three-point range, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, has 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Wow. McKenna was unbelievable today, and I think also played really good defense for us. So really happy with McKenna. Gabby Marshall shot the ball well today, and that's nice to see that she had a few more shots. She had 5 shots, converted on 3 of them. But she also played tremendous defense out there for us tonight.
Yeah, defensively, it didn't even seem like Clouden. Clouden went on a little run, but other than that tiny little run, she was pretty silent, a point here, a point there. But who was all focusing on Clouden today?
It was Gabby, and Clouden has been scoring over 20 points, for the last, I don't know how many games. I think she's been averaging 22 over the last 5 games, and so holding her to 18, which I know doesn't sound great, but 6 for 15, 1 for 2 from three-point range. So really happy with the job that Gabby did. And we, of course, have to talk about Katelyn's triple-double. Second triple-double in 6 games. She has 10 rebounds, 12 assists, 24 points. third of her career. The only person has had more in Iowa history is Sam Logic with 6. Not a bad person. She was a first-round draft pick.
Yeah, she was a fabulous player for Iowa. So this started that Big Ten season. Now you're going to step out of the Big Ten for a little bit and go to Iowa State on Wednesday. What does that look like for you?
Well, I'm just glad we had a good win because, after the Duke game, it was a little disheartening. We wanted to get Iowa basketball back, and today I think it was, 23 assists and 11 turnovers. That's that's a good-looking team right there. And going to play at Iowa State is tough. It's going to be an amazing crowd. They have a great team. We battle back and forth, and it's just it's going to be tough and to go over there. And so I'm glad we have the confidence of a good, convincing win against Michigan State before we head over there.
What can Iowa expect from them? We know that they're ranked at the moment. Well, I don't know if I checked the recent rankings or if that starts tomorrow, but good team this year. They have a great team.
A great team.
What do you think is going to be probably your number one focus going in? Is it actually going to be something tactical, or do you think it's a bigger thing as the mental part?
I think the mental part is a big part of it, playing over there. And especially, last year we didn't have crowds. And so, this year, our freshmen and sophomores haven't played in front of people. And so they have to get, the mentally to get ready for that. And then, Iowa State is just such a good three-point shooting team. And you've got to get them off the boards, and you got to stop them from making those threes because they're amazing at them.
All right. Well, Coach, we look forward to that game. Anything for those fans? You had a great crowd tonight.
We had a great crowd tonight. Man, thank you for everybody for coming out. I'm not sure what the attendance was. I think I heard almost 7,000, so that's tremendous. We appreciate it so much. And our game at Ames is at 6 o'clock. Should I be like Coach Brands and say Ames 9 times in a row right now?
You could. I mean, he's a good coach.
We're going to Ames on Wednesday. 6 o'clock in Ames on Wednesday.
And people can support you from however, but I think we're all looking forward to this game, and we'll be seeing you on Wednesday.
Thanks, Jamie.
And now here with Katelyn Clark. Katelyn, another triple-double for you today. So we'll start with you personally. How did it feel coming from a loss at Duke, which I know is a huge bummer for the team, and then being able to come out and contribute everywhere?
Yeah, I think we kind of just preached, obviously we haven't had many practices together, and we weren't going to make excuses for ourselves, but I think we knew we needed this bounce-back game, and obviously being back at home, we haven't played here in a while. Having the crowd like we did tonight really got our backs, especially in the second half, and I think we really strung together a really nice second half. I thought we were pretty good in the first two, but when you have a crowd like that, and then when you have multiple people contribute in the way they did, I think we're pretty unstoppable.
So this is your second season, but you're first in front of a crowd for a Big Ten game. How did it feel seeing this crowd in Carver today?
Yeah, it was awesome. This is definitely my favorite place to play by far. Obviously, when they get behind you like that, I think it was pretty loud tonight, obviously, for Coach Bluter's 800th win. That was pretty special, and to have them there to support her for everything she's done for this program and really the state of Iowa for women's basketball, I think it's been pretty incredible, and she deserved it more than anything.
And then, I agree, that 800. So many games, right? Can you even imagine?
It's really unfathomable. It's pretty incredible what she's done. I think top 15 in the country, all-time wins among all-time coaches. So, she's one of the best all-time, the best in my book, so.
Obviously, right? I agree. I'm totally with you on that. And then looking forward, we have in-state game rivalry against Iowa State coming up on Wednesday. What does that mean to you, and what are you looking forward to?
Yeah, anytime you play an in-state team, no matter if it's UNI, Drake, Iowa State, I think those have a little something extra on the line. And obviously we'll be traveling on the road, so we won't have that home crowd feeling, but it's going to be a challenge for us. They're a really talented team. They had us down here last year, and we came back, had a big win, but we know it's one we really need, so we'll be prepared. But those are the games you want to play, and you like to play in those exciting games, so I'm looking forward to it.
All right, well, we look forward to it, and go Hawks.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Jamie, thank you very much. Great job in the Iowa locker room with Coach Bluter, reminiscing a little bit. And Katelyn Clark, after her triple-double today with 24 points, 12 assists, and 10 rebounds. And as Coach Bluter said, a great job by McKenna Warnock with 21 and 6, and Monica Sonano 19 and 7. 33-11. Iowa outscores Michigan State in the third quarter and cruises to an 88-61 victory. The Hawks now 5-1, 1-0 in conference play. Michigan State falls to 6-4 and 0-1. Our next broadcast will be on Wednesday. The Iowa Corn side